Well, here we are. You gotta bear with me. I'm not feeling the best. I actually took the day off from work today, so I'm recording with a little less gusto maybe than otherwise I do. But with all of that said, we're gonna kick this off. We have Heel Mitchell leading this off. This is our last game of the season against the Soul Screamers, and Mitchell's gonna fill in left field. Batting second at first base, it's going to be Nico Sportsman, feeling good after the previous ball game, which is good to see. Batting third, playing second, it's going to be Kareem Park, and cleaning it up and on fire is Princess after the season she's having. There's nowhere else to put her when we need production out of Princess. Batting fifth, it's going to be Katrina Lynn. Lynn in right. Sixth at shortstop is going to be Braden Jetterson, as we've seen. Kai Thrustmaster at third. Molly O'Connor behind the dish, and Stamp Intense on the hill for us. And we're going to send this thing on out to Ciudad de Colores. This is the end of the line for the regular season, and hope that better things are to come. Let's play ball.
Fans are flocking to their seats with the pigeons here at Ciudad de Colores. Get on your horse and let's do the baseball thing.
All right. I don't have a horse. I might be sounding a little hoarse, but that's the only horse we have.
Number 12, J.C. Batista.
J.C. Batista set to lead things off. Stamp Intense, the veteran, right-hander. And the first offering is a fair ball thrown across from third in time. One up, one down on just one ball thrown from Stamp Intense. Nicholas Wright in the two spot for Soul. Gray, black, and red in the uniforms for the Screamers. And we're in our alternate unis. That's a base hit for Nicholas Wright. One on and one gone here in the top of inning number one. Grip Richard. With Nicholas Wright aboard at first and one out in the inning. Here comes Stamp. First pitch right there for strike one. Richard on the ground. Double play ball. Second one. First in time. A double play. Might have to utilize the mute button to clear my throat a little bit in here. All right, second inning's upon us. Here comes Heel Mitchell, and we put him at the top. The contact is there. See if he can get something going offensively early as he swings and misses at the first offering. Second one on the ground, and both ball clubs starting with a ground ball out.
Number 62, Nico Sportsman.
That'll bring up Nico Sportsman. So upstairs on Nico. Now 2-0. The first baseman who gets a hold of one knocks it foul. 2-1 also hit foul. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes on Nico. On the ground, down the line. That'll be out of play. A strikeout there. So Nico Sportsman is gone. And that'll bring up Kareem Park. Last hope for the Pelicans to start off the first frame of this one as Park lines out. And that'll do it. So 1 inning in the books, no score just yet. Here we go for Soul.
Number 2, Jeffrey Donaldson.
Jeffrey Donaldson will lead things off. Intense. No damage in the first. Here he goes in the second. And the first offering knocked foul by Donaldson. It's 0-1. That's hit to right. Should be playable for Katrina Lynn. And she'll track it down.
The left fielder, number
All right.
31, Liliana Steele.
Liliana Steele. First opportunity for Steele against Intense. And that's inside a ball. So Stamp maybe struggling to locate a little to Steele here. 2-0, now 3-0. Almost a 3-1 count now. And that'll be a walk. Not a commonality for Intense, but it does happen from time to time to every pitcher. Here's a Duke Menard, if I heard that correctly. So steal on it first. Double play is in order. The first offering knocked foul by Duke. Now it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner goes, and on the ground they'll get nobody. No, they will get it out at first.
The second baseman, number 8.
So runner
Powell.
at second for Powell. Intense trying to get out of it here. Runner at second, 2 gone. Swing and a miss. Powell behind, 0-1. That's right there, strike 2. Come on, here we go. Intense looking for the first strikeout, and he's gonna have it right there. That'll end the threat, and we'll move to the bottom of the second. The Screamers lead the hit column 1-0. And if there's anyone who's gonna do something about that, it's gonna be Princess Precious. First offering, and she is on fire coming in. 0-1 on her now. She gets a hold of that, and an easy foul ball. 0-2 just got a piece, and Princess forced to protect, and she'll strike out. A big deal there to get a big bat. Here's Katrina. All right, here we go. Lynn in the box, 1 gone. And she'll take a ball. Knock 1 foul, evening the count at 1-1. Swing and a knock away by Lynn. It's 1-2. Katrina gets a hold of another. The count will stay where it is. Battling here is Lynn. Now it's 2-2. She gets a hold of it. Skips, hops, and jumps through. That'll be a base hit for Katrina. And the Pelicans have something in motion here. Braden Jetterson. Well, try to see if you can cash in. 1 gone, double play set up, but a runner at first, and starting off 1-0 is not a bad thing. That's in there on Braden. 1-1 knocked foul. Ball and 2 strikes to Jetterson, the pitch. He gets a hold of this one. This is going left center, going back, and that ball is gone. Braden Jetterson, the unlikely hero, with a 2-run home run. And just like that, Pine City moves ahead 2-0. That'll bring up Kai Thrustmaster. First pitch strike. And patience at the plate might be needed, but now to protect. And Thrustmaster does. Another 1-2. Yeah, we'll take them if they're giving them to you. 2-2, hit up into the ear. Into the ear. And gone. So 2 are out now, and that'll bring up Miss Molly. I'll take another drink here. I have whatever first kind of weird cold coughing disaster has taken over the local schools. And that's on the ground by Molly. The throw in plenty of time, but 2 runs in the second. And Pine City lead at 2-0. I work for a boys and girls club, and so the kids are coming from multiple schools and can become a petri dish. And I worked through it last week because we had a big event to take care of, but took the day here. And that's a ground ball out to start things off in the third. Phil Skinner, the starter for Seoul, will do battle against Stamp here. 0-1 after a foul, and he'll take one. Bonus strike right in there, and Intense looking to win this one. Another 1-2 on the way. He got him. And the lineup card will flip over here for Seoul. Batista in the leadoff spot in for the second time against Intense. First offerings right there. Stamp trying to shut it down right here. 0-2 on J.C. Bautista. Downstairs. Molly sets up a 2-2, and here it comes. on the ground, and that's going to be maybe throwable in time. That'll end the inning. Nothing there for Seoul, bottom 3, and it's 2-0 Pelicans. Here comes Stamp Intense. Batting with a 2-run lead, and why not? That's right there. So Skinner looking to get revenge on his counterpart after the last half inning. Stamp gets a hold of this right field. That's going back, and that'll find some grass. Stamp Intense with a long single. And how about that to start off the inning? Heel Mitchell comes in with that leadoff 9-spot aboard and nobody out. Big chance here for Mitchell. And knock away. Count 0-2. Mitchell, usually so patient, has been aggressive, but not going to pay off there as it's an easy drifting liner that hung up too long. And it'll be Nico Sportsman. Now batting. And he'll take outside 1-0. And that's on the ground, 2 ball. Second one back to first. The inning is over. A double play dashes the hopes of Pelican faithful, and we'll move to the 4th. Another chance for Stamp to keep the good outing going. And it'll be Nicholas Wright, who had a base hit his first time. That's right there. Intense wants to get the better of him now. 1-1 on the way, and not quite. 2-1 to Wright. All right. Nicholas down the line fair, and he's got another one. Safe at first is Wright. Here comes Richard. Well, 2 balls in order. Nobody out at the moment. Here comes Intense. That's there, so nothing in 1 to Richard. Stamp struggling with location a little bit in this start. Not to a alarming degree, just the 1 walk, as that's a base hit to put 2 runners aboard, and strange throw back in is going to keep everybody first and second. Here's Donaldson, and suddenly you have the tying run at third and first at the same time. No, at first, the go-ahead run at the dish, and first time Intense is pitching in hot water in this start. And nothing in 2 count, get a big out right here. Swing and a miss, he did it. Good at-bat right there, called by Molly. Here comes Liliana Steele. And 1 gone, 2 aboard. Not out of the woods yet, and a 1-0, excuse me, is going to be swung on and missed. And Intense throwing with some ferocity, but you got to locate that stuff. A 3-ball, 1 strike count. He knew the fastball was coming, fouled it away, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here it is. He's got another one, and Stamp Intense getting into trouble. And now 1 out from getting out of trouble. And here's Duke again. Lennar. Not quite there, and the crowd starting to wonder about Intense. A 1-1 on the ground, down the line. No, it's going to be caught, and the inning is over. So the threat very present in the 4th. Nothing comes of it, however. Now you feel like it's maybe important to try to get something going as Kareem Park sets to lead things off in the home half. Maybe try to get 1 or 2 more as a cushion if you're going to have that kind of instability. Intense has gotten out of trouble, but how long does that last? A 2-2 on the way to Kareem Park. And a foul ball will keep it that way. And just inside, take the walk if they're going to give it to you. Kareem pops it up. That'll be a souvenir. 3-2 again, hit foul. We'll do her 1 more time. And Park gets a hold of this, hop, skips, and gets through. Park with an infield single. Just kind of hopped right off the dirt and You'll take it where you can get it, and here's Princess with a chance to do something.
Sammy swinging.
Sammy swinging, gonna pitch now, and Princess, who struck out her first time, knocks one away, foul on one. Outside on. Clean up, batter of Precious. She gets a hold of this. Left field. That ball's going way back and gone. Princess Precious does it again. 2 on the board, and just like that, the lead is doubled. It's 4-0 Pelicans. All right. Well, you see it there, and you see it again. Here's Katrina Lynn. All season for Princess has been the same, and when you have a big game like this toward the end of the year, it's important to stay hot. Here comes Katrina, now behind 1 and 2. And she hits that one to center. Out near the wall, going to stay at first is Lynn. All of that, and there's a runner aboard again. The inning will continue, and here's Jetterson. All right. Nobody out, runner aboard here for Braden, who knocks one away. It's 0-1. Ball's on his strike right there on Braden. It's 0-2, and he's got a homer in this one, but strikes out on 3 pitches right there. And Kai Thrustmaster steps on in. Kai gets a hold of this center field. It's hanging up there, though. And it's going to be caught out there in left center area. And looks like runner will go back to first. Oh, the Pride of Ireland. Not really sure what fate's going to bring for her after this season. A solid catcher. And she gets a hold of this right field, going back and going to be caught. Inning comes to an end. 2 more on the board. It's 4-0. And we move to the 5th. Intense. Doing all right. Here's Powell. And they'll keep Stamp in here for the 5th. That's upstairs. Swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Powell. And Stamp just kind of not putting him where Molly wants him. And you can tell 3-2 on Powell. And that's another walk. Second of the ball game for Intense, I believe. There's Thomas Riley. I'd make my call here, but I don't have that power. So Intense will stay. And there's 1 out. An 0-1 count on Riley, and an 0-2 count now after the second strike. And 3. See, when Stamp's on, it looks good. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And here's Sammy Swingins.
Now batting, Landon Vasquez.
It'll be Landon Vasquez to take over and pinch hit here. First knock foul. Double play would end the inning. A 1-1 on the way from Intense. Well, 2 balls and a strike on the pinch hitting Vasquez. Even up 2-2. Going for out number 2, and nice double play ball. Second and back to first, and the inning is over. And that's going to bring up somebody else to pitch, I think. Bottom of the 5th inning, up and coming. It'll be Stamp Intense leading it off. Will he bat? He will. I would maybe not do that, because he skies the first offering. Just beyond second base. And he's gone. Neil Mitchell back as the top of the lineup returns, and Mitchell with a base. No, well, maybe, no, and out. It's going to be somewhat close, but Heel's not very fast. Here comes Sportsman. 2 are out in a New York minute. Is that a fast thing? Is a New York minute a fast thing or no? I don't know. 2-0, now 2-1, and 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. And a big full count pitch on the way, and popped up, and someone first base side is getting a free baseball. And that is a knock to right center, hanging up there and caught to end the inning, and we'll move to 6 of 7 with a 4-0 lead for your Pelicans. Well, I wish this had a little more energy behind it on my end. I do have to apologize again, but we're getting towards the tail end as Batista ahead 2-0. And he gets a hold of this one, pops it up, and he'll be out number 1.
How about it? The third baseman, number 3, Nicholas.
And this guy's come up twice and knocked one through the infield twice. Nicholas Wright. Pitch carefully here. And he swings and misses to make the count 1-1. Tried to do the same thing again, got a piece of it. Popped it up and Molly handled it. So 2 gone.
Number 5, Grant Richard.
Richard captaining the outfield here for Seoul in this ball game, and they haven't been able to get anything done offensively, and that's not going to change here. As the bottom of the 6th approaches, it's 4-0 Pine City in this Game 32 contest. The crowd may seem quiet. They're waiting on what's happening in the rest of the league to determine the potential of a playoff picture. 2-0 to start off this half inning, and a knock foul. This would be the first time in this series that the Pelicans have potential to make the playoffs. And a screamer third base side, and foul make the count 2-2. Swing and a miss. Not what you want, but it's what you got. Princess Precious. And she's gone deep already in this one. Home run numbers this year are disturbing. I think she's got about 18 of them. And she's going to hit one down the line. That ball is fair. Princess around first, heading for second, and she will have it no problem. A double. And that'll bring up Lynn. So now the table is set for Katrina. 1 gone, and Princess over there at second base. We'll see what she can do. What she can do is pop one up foul. Princess at scoring position, of course. In scoring position, not at. And they'll check on her, but she's back. 2-1 to Katrina on the way. Not close there, and they'll work her 3-1 and fill the count now 3-2. Princess goes, the throw is gonna get her. Stupid decision to run by Precious. That's the only way to put that. You lead by 4, and that would have scored her. That would have scored Precious easily. Katrina will stay at first, and had Precious not run there, she would have been in, and it would have been a 5-run lead. You can't make those kind of mistakes. Ling will come in and pitch 2 gone. Nowhere close there. Katrina is not going to run on it. 1-0. Fouled away. Well, here we go. A 1-1 is right there, and 2 gone. And you would have loved to see that run score, as the prospects for this inning are now gone. Big strikeout there. Well, 3 outs between the Pelicans and the end of this season. And hopefully, good things to come. We'll have a playoff update for you after the broadcast here. First offering on the way. 1 strike, and they're letting Stamp go for the complete game performance. And a 1-2 is not there. 2-2. Overall, the performance looks good on paper, but it's been a little up and down for Intense today. 2-2 on the way again, and he's got the first one. 2 more.
Left fielder, number 31,
It's one of those that,
Steal.
in hindsight, it'll look good if he does it, and if things start to really fall apart, that will be the decision likely critiqued by fans and writers. 2 strikes in a hurry, though, on the way to out number 2, and that one's hit a long way right center field, going back and caught.
The first base,
Well,
number 47, Duke Leno.
it all comes down to Duke. I'm going to try to put some gusto in here because this is for the season and a good win to cap it on. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes Intense. There's a strike. 1 pitch away. Crowd on their feet. Here it is. He's got it. Stamp Intense goes 7 strong innings. And the Pelicans wrap up this season with a nice, decisive win against Seoul. Final totals: 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors, versus no runs on 3 hits with no errors for the Screamers. Here's a look at the big numbers for those of you who are mathematically inclined and interested in that sort of thing. We've got the win, 7 innings for Stamp, and how about that? Well, we got to get a look at this as Braden Jefferson, 1 for 3 with that homer and 2 RBIs with a run scored. Precious, of course, 2 for 3 with a homer, a double, and 2 RBIs and a run scored. How about Stamp Intense, going 7 innings in this ball game? Gave up just 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Well, that looks pretty good. And how about that to end the season on a high note? Now, here's something important. Regular season is complete. No games are scheduled. I have to hit the next button here. Well, do we want to make any changes to anything at all? There is one I can think of. We're going to go to here to sign and release. We're going to go down here to our guys. And you know who I'm already gunning for, I think. J.C. Ali is about to leave us, which I am more than fine with. And there's not a lot of options, but I don't particularly care. Almost anybody is going to be better than what we've been looking at. Decent accuracy is kind of the name of the game here, even if it's just a temporary grab for the end of the season. 2.4 million for Opal Naps. Nothing else looking good at all. The movement's really bad, but we're going to go with this and get rid of J.C. Ali after that abysmal performance. And that's going to do it for the regular season. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in this series, you made it to the playoffs. Well, here it is. It's official. This team has been spectacular this year. We need to look at what's going on here and just what our prospects are. And it looks like our first opponent is going to be the Dazzlers. And the crazy thing is, this is the semifinals right off. We play the Dazzlers. And we are the number 1 seed, it looks like, which is impressive. So the Dazzlers will... Well, we'll simulate their first ball game here. So, how did this all go? An 0-1 win that time for the Dockers, and we'll play host to the Dazzlers. So, to get you a preview, it'll be Lily Rocket on the hill. Solid stance for the ace of this staff, and no innings to show, nothing for anybody because we're starting over in the postseason. It'll be Brew Wrestles on the other side. K Collector, Elite Forkball. Scary stats there. And here's their notable players. such as Oliver and Espinoza, which I think is text-to-speech. If you've been watching this series, Jameson Faulkner is a name I know well. Well, Precious, of course, is in there. Kareem Park, and how about Nico Sportsman? Well, this is a big one, and we'll have the start of the playoffs for you as we get set to see how far we can go against these Dazzlers at home. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your support during the course of this series, and no matter how this one goes after this season, this game likely will take a rest for a while, but I'm excited to see this through, whether it's losing all at once or maybe getting to the championship and making it all the way. I hope you'll stay with me, like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching this one, and we'll see you soon. Peace.